Okay, this is day one of hopefully a full month or more or less. I don't know. I'm supposed to be doing the 30-day reel challenge, which is supposed to be a time for you to kind of reflect on your own thoughts and process things on video, which I think is a weird concept because it gets shared, and so instantly you have the idea that people are going to be watching this, and then you might want to cater your thoughts or whatever it is to the people who may or may not view this, and then it'll just become this kind of public persona. And so I've been sitting on this for such a long time thinking, okay, I want to do this, but I want to do it right. I researched where the challenge came from. I looked into, things that like maybe I picked apart all sorts of thoughts I had and kind of ideas that I could discuss that would also keep people interested. But at the same time, that's not also kind of getting anywhere. It's supposed to be something that helps you grow as a person, I think. And so I think the best way to do it is to just talk about the things in your head, and then, you can go off from there. And at the end of the day, it's supposed to be about you. And so there's two ways that this can go. Number one is, you say hello, you get it out real fast, and then you're done. And then number two is even worse, I think, where you could just start rambling for hours, and then one day just everyone knows the thoughts in your head, which is also kind of freaky. So I think I'll just keep like a mental cap of how long these videos should be and go from there. It is Wednesday now. I don't even know. And it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I don't even know why I'm awake. It's just kind of evident that in the last, like, forever, I've decided I'm gonna go to sleep at this time, and then I push it back, and then I actually go to sleep, but I don't, and then I'm just awake forever. So that's not healthy. And so I think this is probably going to be an ideal journey for me to take, where I can start to process things that just go on in my head. I'm sure lots of people have that kind of, people describe it as buzzing, just like the movie reel that goes on at night and it just doesn't stop, and you have all these thoughts. And sometimes I'm up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm writing down that I have to do certain emails or buy certain things for the next day, like because that's what, yeah, because that's what matters in the grand scheme of things, right? I realized that my phone had been saving the video to internal storage, which is stupid because I have a 64 gigabyte micro SD card in here. So I switched that, and hopefully this video won't be cut out again. Yeah, so I think right now I'm just trying to go through calming down my mind, which is something I did a lot of when I was younger. I used to meditate all the time and kind of do guided reflections, and then I would consciously focus on my dreams and try to get more into the deeper thoughts and inner workings of my subconscious mind. And I haven't been doing that lately, and I don't think I've done that for, I'm gonna say, years, to consciously make honest efforts to make myself more balanced. So that's something I should work on. But I mean, it's hard to do something in practice. There's lots of things that people always want to try, myself included, where I do something really well for one day, and then after that, it's not that I don't have the willpower to do something. It's that it just kind of slips your mind, and you're like, oh shit, that happened. So reinforcing healthy habits or new habits is something that is kind of, you know, a struggle. They say it takes about 21 days, which is 3 weeks, of ongoing behavior before something becomes a habit. But I almost think it's not. It just kind of, depending on the person, it takes a long time for you to have a mental kind of paradigm shift where something moves into your unconscious mind. And maybe for me, it just takes forever because I've tried to take on plenty of habits, uh, and some of them just drop over time. Um, what else am I feeling right now? I just think I'm really kind of engaged into this whole kind of idea. I kind of mentioned earlier where this thing, is supposed to be for the person. At the same time, it's also supposed to be shared. And so, it puts on a unique perspective on someone being real to themselves. And I'm really curious to see where this will take me. I think I think the way to do this right, more so than just saying what's on your mind and going from there, is to start to share, like your own values and personal experiences that come along. Because number one, you have your own catalog of them, which is nice and it's always good to have. And more than that, it's a way to share yourself. I find whenever I watch a video like this that someone else has posted, it really kind of draws me in, and it makes me feel like I know that person a lot better than I did before. So I think that's probably something I'll try to focus on. Speaking of which, I think today has been really interesting for me because I had one of those days where I was mentally fried and I don't know why. I mean, I had a long day of work, but it also wasn't. Like, I like to second guess myself a lot lately because I'm trying to make everything super perfect at work. And so today I was just kind of looking through the schedule. It was my Tuesday schedule, and I was like, okay, we're good. This is what I'm going to do. And then things kind of slightly went awry with scheduling, and I saw someone else, occupying space and equipment that I had and were like assigned to me. So then I started to think, oh man, today must be not Tuesday. Today must be Thursday. And then I followed Thursday's schedule, which conflicted with other people. And oh my god, it was such a pain. And I felt so embarrassed that for the rest of the day, everything I did was just like it wasn't wrong, but I picked it apart, and like thank God my children were working so hard today. But I think I need to start putting more confidence into myself, or at least my plans. Uh, yeah. And like it's one thing to be reassured about what you know, and it's another thing to be confident, competent, and reassured in what you're doing and what you can do. And I think that's so much more important, and it's like the next step of once you have something internalized and you know it well, is to become the embodiment of that and trust in what you're doing and what you can do. And I think that's something that will make me a much happier person. All right, that'll wrap it up for today or yesterday, depending on how I feel later. That was cool. All right, till next time.